kind of just run out of the house. It's about to start raining. And rather than use an umbrella, it's wigs are a thing. I don't know. I like it. Anyway, I want to get on here because I wanted to talk about how God is showing me not to bow down to things, including my feelings, to people. Don't bow down. Don't beg. Don't make yourself small. Not to say you're going to be obnoxious, right? And like overly loud and rambunctious, but don't bow. So he's showing me that through like work, like don't idolize the money. Don't remember your priorities and why you work and why you want to continue your career. Is it because of money or is it because of the freedom that comes with the money? It frees up your time to be more present with your daughter. So I was unemployed for a while, and then I became uh, an ABA in public school in Newark, New Jersey, and the pay is whatever, but it was a job, and I really liked it. I really enjoyed it, and I thought, you know what, Lord, if I'm not supposed to do design anymore, and this is what you want me to do, then fine, I'll do this. That's fine. And then the Lord was asking me, like, well, why are you working so hard for this career? Like, what is it that you're looking for? And to be honest, it was in design, it was like a title. I wanted to get to the next step. I felt like my career was stagnant, and I was like, but I know how to do all these things. I just don't have the title. Um, and I've done these things successfully, and I've made other people profitable. So I'm like, why? Why? I wasn't getting the validation, right? So he's like, aha, validation is a thing. Let's get that out. Now you're going to work in a public school, doing something genuinely challenging, right? To work with kids with special needs, because it's so complex and you have to be like on. You have to be present. There's not a moment that you could really like disassociate. You have to be there and not let what's happening kind of shake you. You have to be really emotionally regulated, to work with these children because they can feel everything you're feeling. Hey girl, hey girl, hey. And so working as an ABA, I was like, what, it's not the money now because I really like this job. And so much so that I was like, I'm going back to school. I'm going to do psychology. I'm going to be a BCBA. This is what I want to do. And I was going all in, I got into the school. I was like, that's it. It's happening. And the Lord was like, I'm not asking you to change your career necessarily. I'm asking you to look at the value that you have that is not just found in your job. You have a heart for children, which is something I always said I never wanted, right? I never wanted kids. Hi, Zachary. I never wanted kids, Like, allegedly. And I was like, no, there's no need. There's no need for me to work with children until there was a need, and I had to work with children, and then I had no choice. And basically, the Lord was like, let me just show you the things, the beautiful things that I've placed in you that have nothing to do with design, so that you can stop idolizing and pursuing this validation from this career. And I was like, uncomfortable. It was painful. Hi there. It was painful, right? Because I'm like, this is what I know. This is my 13-year career. Like, why do I have to give it up? But I did. I made peace with it. Fine. As soon as I did, as soon as I put it down, the Lord is like, let's open all the doors for design work. But this time when you show up, your motivation is not going to be money. What's your motivation going to be? So before he gave me the job, he said, what is it that you want from this job? I said, I want a better work-life balance. I want to be able to provide other things for my daughter and myself. I don't want to be a slave to my job. I don't want to, basically, he said, you don't want to idolize it. You don't want to bow down. I said, yeah, I don't want to just have to work after hours and constantly be checking my phone. Like, that's not the lifestyle I want to live. And everyone was saying, no, the market is so bad. Stop being so picky. I even gave him, like, this is how much money I would like to make. Because this is how much money I would like to tithe the church. Like, this is what I want to do. And people were like, oh, just take whatever. Absolutely not. The Lord is like, do not bow down. I own everything. I can make anything possible. And when the mind shift changed, right? When the mind when the mindset changed or shifted, um, that's when I was able to see things that were always there, right? God's like, well, how about we do remote work? I said, yeah, absolutely. A lot of designers and a lot of people in marketing were feeling the brunt of the AI surge, and a lot of people were laid off, and it was uncertain for a while. And I always said, this AI thing, I think people are going to want to go back to eventually having people create things, like handmade things. This is a good thing. I never saw it as something like, I never villainized it, because guess what? That's who I'm working for. So now the very thing that I thought was going to take me out is the first thing that God used to get me to the next step, which is just like God. Like, that's just who He is, and that's just what He does, and who He's proven Himself to be. So I'm sharing all this with you, that we don't bow down to what people say about our circumstances. We don't bow down to what people expect, or validation that we get or not, limitations that we place on the Lord, or even ourselves. We don't bow down to, maybe it's never happened before in your family, or maybe they say you need a credit score, or you need a degree, or you need to know somebody. Not everyone gets in. Like, we don't bow down to any of those things. Because nothing can thwart the plans of the Lord. Like, nothing. There's no sin, no witchcraft, there's no nothing that can separate us from the love of God. So why are we bowing down to limitations, like we don't have a big God that created everything? So I had to repent. I had to apologize. I said, "You're right, Lord. I'm sorry that I put these things above you, even myself, right? Even my own preconceived notions. I'm sorry." So I hope this blesses someone, because Jesus absolutely loves you. He wants good things for you. He has plans to prosper you, not to harm you. So yeah, have a blessed day.